Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Cowboys QB still has plenty to prove. Dak Prescott is on one of the best three-game stretches of his career. Even if the star quarterback keeps it up and his Dallas Cowboys keep winning through the rest of November, there will be plenty left to prove. After all, a rematch with the Philadelphia Eagles looms in a difficult December. The Cowboys completed the most lopsided sweep of an NFC East rival in franchise history with a 49-17 victory over the New York Giants on Sunday. The combined margin in two victories over New York was 72 points after a 40-0 win in the opener. It's the division-leading and defending NFC champion Eagles who are the problem for the Cowboys. Dallas, 6-3, trails Philadelphia by 2 games because of a 28-23 loss 2 weeks ago. Another second-place finish would mean more road games in January if the Cowboys make the playoffs, and they lost in San Francisco last season, again finishing short of the NFC Championship game. It will be tough to catch the Eagles in the division, virtually impossible if they don't win the rematch on December 10th. When I think about our success, or the result of our success, it hits me right in the face that if you don't have a certain kind of success, you won't get a playoff game at home, owner/general manager Jerry Jones said. That's a big deal to me. The Cowboys have a pair of opponents currently with losing records coming up, starting Sunday at 1-win Carolina before Washington visits on Thanksgiving. Then it's 5 consecutive games against teams currently with winning records. The second of those is Philadelphia to finish a 3-game homestand, after which Dallas goes to Buffalo and Miami. Meantime, Prescott is going to enjoy finally feeling comfortable in Mike McCarthy's West Coast offense in the Dallas coach's debut as the play caller for Prescott, who likes to call it the Texas Coast offense. He just set a franchise record with his third career game of at least 400 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, getting 404 yards and running for another score against the Giants. The 2016 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year has 11 TD passes while throwing for at least 300 yards in 3 consecutive games, Prescott's first 3 300-yard games of the season. I can tell you that I've never been as confident, as free and as connected with other guys on the offense, play calling, and just this whole system and what we're trying to get after as I am now, Prescott said. It feels good, honestly. Great chemistry. We're just going to continue to build. The MVP talk that seems to be emerging is premature, particularly considering how poorly Prescott played in the 42-10 loss to the 49ers just a month ago, but Jones likes what he sees. He's playing as good as I've ever seen him play, Jones said. He's playing with knowledge, confidence, but knowledge of the offense. He's playing in sync with his coaching. As good as I've seen him play. The top 3 receivers had by far their best game together. CeeDee Lamb became the first NFL receiver with 3 consecutive games of at least 10 catches and 150 yards, finishing with 11 for 151. Off-season addition Brandon Cooks had 173 yards and a score. Michael Gallup had a 41-yard touchdown. CeeDee Lamb is staking his claim as the NFL's best receiver. The Dallas Cowboys have been a bit all over the place this season. The team's record of 6-3 looks pretty good. But that includes stirring wins against the New England Patriots, Los Angeles Rams, and Los Angeles Chargers, as well as horrible losses to the Arizona Cardinals and San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys have had one constant this year, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. The team's first-round draft choice in 2020, Lamb has been getting better every season. In fact, Lamb has been so good in 2023 that it is no longer time to ask if he is joining the NFL's elite. The question now is if Lamb is becoming the very best of the NFL's elite receivers. CeeDee Lamb lived with his family in New Orleans until Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, when his family was forced to move to Richmond, Texas. It was there that the wide receiver became a top-flight recruit with offers from the best teams in the country. Lamb chose to play at Oklahoma, and his QB luck couldn't have been any better. The wide receiver was very productive as a true freshman, catching 46 balls for 807 yards and 7 touchdowns. His quarterback that season was Baker Mayfield, who would win the Heisman Trophy and get selected first overall in the 2018 NFL Draft. During Lamb's second season, he caught passes from another future first overall pick and Heisman winner in Kyler Murray. The receiver's stat line was even better in year 2, with 65 catches for 1,158 yards and 11 touchdowns. By his junior year, Lamb was very much on NFL radars. Catching passes from Jalen Hurts at this point, Lamb had 62 grabs for 1,327 yards and 14 touchdowns and was named a consensus first-team All-American. Many expected that Lamb could be a top 10 pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. It didn't work out that way. He ended up being the third wide receiver selected, lasting until the 17th pick. While he wasn't picked as high as he might have wanted, Lamb got to go to a strong team and play with a good young quarterback in Dak Prescott. Lamb was an immediate starter for the Cowboys and was very productive in his rookie year, catching 74 balls for 974 yards and 5 touchdowns. Dallas also took advantage of the wide receiver's athleticism by using him on handoffs occasionally, resulting in 82 yards rushing and a touchdown during that first year for the wideout. Lamb made his first Pro Bowl during the 2021 season. Over the course of the year, he caught 79 passes for 1,102 yards and 6 touchdowns. The wide receiver also had the opportunity to play in his first playoff game. Unfortunately for him and his teammates, the Cowboys fell to the 49ers 23-17, and Lamb was shut down with only one catch for 21 yards. 2022 saw Lamb truly break out and become an elite number 1 option. Starting all 17 games, the wideout caught 107 passes for 1,359 yards and 9 touchdowns, all career highs. Again named to the Pro Bowl, this time Lamb was also selected as a second-team All-Pro. And this time, he kept making noise into the playoffs. In 2 games during that postseason, Lamb caught 14 passes for 185 yards and a touchdown. When you become an elite wide receiver, the next quest is to become the very best receiver in the league. And Lamb is doing his best to become that guy. The last few weeks have been particularly impressive for the Cowboys superstar. In a 3-game stretch against the Rams as well as the division rival Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants, Lamb became the first player in the Super Bowl era to have 3 straight 10-plus catch and 150-plus yard performances. NFL rumors, Cowboys linked to potential Bill Belichick pursuit. I can't even fathom what the response would be if it were to come to fruition. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, the most valuable franchise in all of sports that is desperate for a Super Bowl title after nearly a 30-year draft, being coached by Bill Belichick, a 6-time Super Bowl champion hot on the pursuit of the NFL record for most wins by any coach, who is no stranger to the bright spotlight that comes with coaching the defining team of an era. Imagine Bill Belichick and Jerry Jones sharing a stage and addressing the media. Imagine the collective vitriol toward the Dallas Cowboys from otherwise impartial NFL fans. Imagine the endless hot takes. So many hot takes. Imagine watching Skip Bayless' head explode on live television. I do quite often, actually, and I so badly wanted to make that the cover photo for this piece, but decided not to pull the trigger. Depending on how the remainder of the Patriots and Cowboys seasons go, Jerry Jones could be hot on the pursuit of Bill Belichick's at year's end, according to Peter King of NBC Sports, who listed the Cowboys as the hypothetical top potential landing spot for Belichick in his weekly Football Morning in America column. The Cowboys could be in play, I think, only if they don't win the division, have some sketchy outings down the stretch and go winless in the playoffs. In that case, I could see Jerry Jones chasing Belichick, repeating history from 2 decades ago. Before you say Belichick would never work for Jerry, remember 2003, when we all thought Bill Parcells would never work for Jones. King went on to list the Washington Commanders, Los Angeles Chargers, and Chicago Bears. Hi, a Bears fan here, no thank you, as the other 4 possible options for Belichick, assuming that Robert Kraft decides to part ways with Belichick at the end of the 2023 season. Belichick has long been linked to the Commanders and Chargers, and given the roller coaster season it's been in Chicago, it's a safe bet to assume that the Bears will have a coaching vacancy in about 2 months' time. And you fan, what do you think of the Bill Belichick situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.